Once there was a girl named Julie. She lived in an orphanage with other kids. The warden, Ariana, looked after all of them with care. Julie always dreamed of having a home and loving parents. She often watched couples come to adopt children. But when those couples had their own baby, they returned the adopted kids. This made Julie feel very sad. One evening, a couple came to the orphanage. After a while, they liked a little boy named Joseph. Before leaving, Joseph ran to the other kids.
"I got my parents,"
he said happily.
"Now I'll live with them forever."
The kids clapped and hugged him. Julie smiled too. She watched him go with his new family, her smile fading. A few months later, the same couple came back to the orphanage. Joseph was with them, holding the woman's hand.
"We want to return Joseph,"
the man said. Ariana looked surprised. "But why?" The woman looked away.
"We have our own son now. We don't need this."
Ariana's face turned serious. "You adopted Joseph. You can't return him." The couple stayed quiet. Then the woman bent down to Joseph.
"We're going for some work. We'll take you after a few days."
Joseph grabbed her arm.
"No! I want to go with you."
Tears ran down his cheeks. Ariana gently held his hand. The couple didn't look back. Joseph sat by the window every day. His eyes searched the gate, hoping to see his parents. Julie watched him sadly. One morning, a couple, Mr. and Mrs. Harris, came. Mrs. Harris looked at Julie and said,
"Will you become my daughter?"
Julie looked down.
"What if you send me back too?"
Mrs. Harris shook her head.
"No, sweetheart. I won't."
They adopted her. Ariana hugged her tight. The couple took her home. They had made a room just for her. It was painted light pink with star stickers on the wall. There was a soft bed, a small desk, and her very own books. They also admitted her to a big school. Soon, they got good news. They were going to have a baby. They were very happy. One day, Julie ran into the room.
"Mom!"
But Mr. Harris stopped her.
"Julie, go to your room."
Julie's smile slowly disappeared. She turned around and walked to her room without a word. A few months later, the baby girl was born. Mr. and Mrs. Harris were always busy with the baby. Julie sat alone often. One afternoon, she came home from school holding her test paper.
"Mom! I got an A+"
she shouted. But Mr. Harris didn't even look at her.
"Julie, your lunch is on the table. Go eat in the kitchen."
Julie stood still. Her test paper slipped from her hand. She walked slowly to the kitchen. Her eyes filled with tears. One night, Julie heard Mrs. Harris was talking.
Now we should send Julie back to the orphanage.
Julie's heart sank. Mr. Harris shook his head.
No. It was her fate that made us parents.
Mrs. Harris smiled.
Okay.
Julie slowly walked back to her room. She sat on her bed. Years passed. Julie grew up. She worked hard and started her own business. One day, she opened her own orphanage. It was a big day. Many people came. Mr. and Mrs. Harris were there too, with their daughter Lisa. Julie stood on the stage. She spoke.
I made this orphanage for a reason.
She paused for a moment.
The couples take children home, but return them when they have their own.
She looked around the room.
Even if they don't return them. Many don't treat them like real sons or daughters. That hurts.
She took a deep breath.
So I will never give any child to couples.
Mr. and Mrs. Harris looked down, ashamed.